Self-awareness is not enlightenment. Hello, my friends. My name is JC, and I'm your physical ascension guide. And today we're going to talk about the difference between self-awareness and enlightenment and what that really is. I have a lot of notes today, so... Right, so being awake and thinking you're done creates a false finish line. I see it constantly. People are becoming self-aware. Everyone's starting to wake up, right? We're going through this major shift, but they think they're done. And, I always harp, there's more. So those who follow me already know that I'm like that. Hey, self-awareness is real. It's real and it's important, but it's not the destination. It's the diagnosis, right? It's it's becoming aware of yourself. Self-awareness is seeing the problem, right? It's not transformation. Transformation is changing the system. So awareness is not transformation. Awareness is just becoming aware of yourself. And most people stop at self-awareness because it feels complete. It feels done. You feel like you've accomplished something and you must have arrived, right? Knowing you're sick isn't the same as healing. I'm good means I'm comfortable. I don't want disruption. I've accepted my coping mechanism. That's what, because I always tell people, you have more to do. And they're always like, oh, I'm done. I'm good. That just means I don't know, it's almost like giving up in a way. Because it's like step one, oh, I'm good. It's like if you're in the 12-step program at AA and you get to step one and you think you're done. Right? That's what self-awareness is. Peace does not equal activation. Acceptance does not equal completion. Acceptance is the starting point, not an end state. Nature never stops at awareness. It moves toward function, right? It's always moving. Awareness happens in the mind. Transformation happens in the body. So you become aware, now you have to transform. Nothing changes unless breath changes, pressure changes, fluids move, nervous system reorganizes. Consciousness that doesn't move the body is just observation. Let me say that again. Consciousness that does not move the body is just observation. Like someone in a coma, as far as I'm concerned. Every ancient system, every one, had fasting or restraint, sexual discipline, breath control, posture and spinal alignment, cycles and timing, and silence and stillness. If awareness alone was enough, why do they have all this stuff? Every tradition includes physical practices, every single one. So obviously, becoming self-aware is not the final destination. You don't activate higher function by thinking. You activate it by conditioning the vessel. Your vessel has to be able to hold it. Most people these days can't even hold a thought for 2 seconds. Everything's just gone, right? Like you gotta be still, hold it. People refuse this knowledge because it removes spiritual superiority. It demands consistency, not insight. It exposes dependency and addiction. And it requires time, restraint, humility. Awareness feels like arrival. Discipline feels like death to the ego. You gotta have discipline. Being aware of fitness doesn't build muscle. Understanding music theory doesn't make you a musician. Knowing how an engine works doesn't make it run. Spiritual awareness without physical practice is the same mistake. Right? So you're becoming aware, but you're not doing anything. and just making a video or something, that's not doing anything. That's not what we're talking about. Spiritual awareness without physical practice is nothing. I'm not saying you're bad. I'm just saying you're unfinished. That's what I'm saying. Right? You're not done. You're just getting started. I'm not asking you to believe me. I'm telling you there's work your body has to do. Okay? I don't care if you believe me or not. You will find out on your own, because some of you know already, but some people, you get stuck, and then you're stuck there for a long period of time, and eventually you start wondering, hey, this isn't it. There has to be more. There's more. Of course there's more. Awareness is not useless. It's just step one. Okay? Awakening that doesn't change the body isn't awakening. It's observation with a spiritual label. That's all it is. And I want to be clear about this. Enlightenment is not an identity, right? This is self-awareness versus embodied realization, right? Integrated function. Self-awareness is cognitive, recognition, insight into patterns, observation of thoughts and behaviors. I see how I work. And I want to point this out, is that self-awareness is, like I said, it's I see how I work, but a lot of people are saying, oh, I'm awake because I see how the government works, or I'm awake because I see how this system works or this system works, and they're not even looking at their own system, and that's what they're not even awake. I don't even know what to call that. The beginning of becoming awake, I would say, maybe, but it's about you. It's not about the government. It's not about the medical system or the science system or the justice system or whatever, right? It's about you. And I think that is the hardest for people to accept. I don't know. How do you feel about that? Embodied realization is the physical step. It's the nervous system regulation. It's behavior consistency, physiological regulation, energy conservation and direction, stable presence under pressure. It happens in the body. It's all in the body. Self-awareness is informational, where embodied realization is functional. Okay? So, enlightenment is the wrong term, I think. Because it implies a permanent finish line. And like a static achievement. Oh, I've reached enlightenment, It's an identity someone can claim. I'm enlightened. You're not. And that's the thing about it, right? No one honest believes in a permanent peak. Our bodies just are not made to hold that permanently. That's why I always say those people who are, it's easy to come on here and make a video, even an hour or two long, if they want. It's easy to do that and fake it, right? And be all love and light all the time, and everything's perfect and bliss, and make people believe that your life is just this perfect thing, and that's not reality, and you can't just hold that all the time, dude. It's not realistic, right? There's waves, cycles, you know. I think, and of course, yeah, there's people who I've met them who are naturally happy and naturally just happy-go-lucky all the time. But those people are very rare, right? These people who are working on enlightenment and all this stuff, a lot of them, I think, are faking it, honestly, because they are portraying this fake information, and that's why I say they're faking it. It's just not realistic. Okay, and it takes maintenance. You gotta work at it all the time. This is a life choice. Just like if you decide you're gonna be vegan or something like that, you make a choice to permanently stop eating meat. That's similar to this, right? You're making a choice to permanently live this way. Okay. What we are really describing is stabilization, integration, embodiment, operational coherence. Excuse me. These aren't mystical claims, they're biological behavior, realities. Instead of you're not enlightened yet, what it is awareness hasn't embodied yet. Instead of thinking I still have work to do, think of it as your insight hasn't reorganized the body yet. Okay? Self-awareness isn't enough, but it's not really, I don't want to say self-awareness isn't enough. I'd rather say self-awareness doesn't complete the process. Right? You're not done. That's what it is. And it's hard to say, you're not done. It's hard to not say that, right? You're not done. But honestly, none of us are ever really done. I'm still not done. It never ends. It's never ending. In the spectrum, this is the spectrum, okay? 1 is unconscious reaction. That's what people call NPCs, zombies, people walking through life unconscious, right? The ones who blindly swallow everything they're told. 2 is self-awareness. I see my patterns. 3 is intentional regulation, breath, restraint, posture, behavior. 4 is embodied stability. You're less reactive, more coherence. 5 is the ongoing refinement, not a finish, but a state of maintenance, and that's where I'm at. That's why I say you're never done, right? There's always this maintenance going on, and what that means is that no one is above anyone else, right? We're just all at different stages, and I think that's one thing that that's why I say enlightenment. It's the wrong term because it allows somebody to use it as an identity, and I'm enlightened, but you're not. But the truth is that we're all just at different stages of enlightenment, right? 1 through 5. What stage are you in? I'm in stage 5, maintenance, right? But there's still like ongoing learning and, like there's like sharing the knowledge and stuff like that. Like there's still work to do. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I'm going to read you something that I wrote a long time ago. It's nothing great. It's just something I want to share with you. I wrote it during a period of my life when everything stopped. Isolation, repetition, silence. I wasn't trying to be poetic. I was just trying to remember that I existed. And the reason I'm sharing it is so you know that I've been there. Heavy steel doors to keep me in. Life in prison, can't have friends. Bars on the window of my little cell. I've hit rock bottom of a bottomless well. lumpy cot, constant back pain, stainless steel sink with water stains. Sitting here remembering how it used to be, the good, the bad, and the in-between. Tell me, how am I supposed to feel today? Now it all seems so far away. Is this real or just a dream? Days melt by, I want to scream, trying to remember who I am. I'm alive, I exist, I am, I am. This is why I say awareness isn't enough. It isn't the end. Awareness asks the question. The body has to answer it. I love you, my friends. Till next time.